Good morning. I'm going to be connecting a couple of videos together because I wanted to give some reference and dive a little deeper into chapter 26 of Matthew because of my questioning in regard to Judas's remorse, and then looking up what it means to be remorseful, and then looking up the part that was spoken by the prophet. It says spoken. It can be confusing. It says spoken by the prophet Jeremiah. Now, which part was the prophecy? Okay, so I've clarified my question. However, the point I'm making in regard to Judas's remorse, his remorse, and my question is about his remorsefulness and why did he bring it to the priest? Why didn't he, if he knew he had he had condemned someone who's innocent, why did he not go and ask for the forgiveness of the rabbi, teacher, Jesus? So verse by verse ministry.org, I was looking up some information in regard to my question. And, that's why I say when you read the Bible, your mind has to be focused and clear. And, we have agendas, we have things on our list that we need to do, and time has to be set aside. However, if you don't have a lot of time in a day, the Lord will give you what you need in the time you do have. He'll, bits and pieces, of course. Verse by verse ministry.org says, so Matthew is connecting this prophecy to Judas's death because, in fact, one becomes the means to the fulfillment of the other. Because the religious leaders of Israel enticed Judas to betray Jesus, the nation will be judged in a future day for rejecting their Messiah. The judgment will include the penalty of Jeremiah 19, which ironically promises that Israel will experience a fate similar to the one experienced by Jesus' betrayer. So Matthew says Judas's death is the fulfillment of Jeremiah 19 because Judas's fate will be the fate to many in the nation of Israel. A future day because they rejected their Messiah in his day. Since one event directly leads to the other, it can be said that one fulfills the other. To make matters more confusing, Matthew chose to reference Jeremiah 19 using the words taken from Zechariah 11:3. And that's the end of the quote from versebyverseministry.org. I had to get that in there because I'm pointing out a part in regards to Judas's remorse, and he went to the chief priest. He threw the silver coins back at him, down on the floor. But their response was, what is this to us? What is that to us? So, in his remorsefulness, he killed himself. He hung himself. And from my knowledge, killing yourself is not the thing to do. And I've read about remorsefulness. Remorseful. Why did he go to the chief priests and elders and ask and say he has sinned and not to Jesus? Because remorsefulness can be sorry, contrition, but if the action taken with the remorsefulness is selfish or without repentance, there's the other kind of remorsefulness. Whew. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. You dive deep and things go deeper, and then you start digging and you'll be, in that your study all day. Peace to you. I got nothing but word for you. If anybody has any input on this, please do chime in.